Hello, everyone. Welcome to Dear Future Earth's first short solo podcast episode, brought to you by none other than your host, Ruhi Jajal. These short solo podcast episodes are made for you to understand the impact of different industries on the environment. If you'd like to hear more and longer solo podcasts from me, make sure to let me know in the comments. All of my sources of information will be linked in the description. Alright, for the first episode, let's address fast fashion. There's a lot to unpack when it comes to sustainability and how to be sustainable with your fashion. And I get it. It's hard at times. I'm sure we all know the basic facts that child labor fuels fast fashion industries such as Shein and Temu. There are many more, but these are the main two. There's a chance that if you check the manufacturing tag on your shirt right now, you'll find that it was manufactured in Sri Lanka, China, India, Vietnam, etc., where fast fashion is a prominent industry. More than just humanitarian issues, there exist environmental issues in that tag. That tag alone tells the story of an environmental phenomenon. So let's talk about it. Firstly, according to Stand.earth, fast fashion is responsible for 8% of the global climate pollution. That statement itself is pretty vague, so let's break it down, because that 8% covers a lot. Tons of fast fashion revolves around topwear, such as shirts, blouses, dress shirts, etc. And that topwear itself contributes to a 4 to 10% of carbon emissions, according to Harvard Business Review. Now don't get me wrong, the shirts itself aren't exactly a problem. It's how they're made and how they're shipped. There are a few major fast fashion companies that support this statistic, such as Shein and Temu, both known for their cheap and fast services. Sure, they're different, faster and cheaper, but they could not be more harmful. HBR also states that stores like Zara offer 24 new clothing collections each year, while H&M offers 12 to 16 and refreshes them weekly, which is quite often. And you might be wondering, why exactly is this a problem if there's enough cloth material for the process to continue? First, there isn't enough material, unfortunately. And second, this only becomes a problem when the clothes are being produced in unethical ways, which they are. Research by educator Claudio states that most cotton made from America is then exported to China and other nearby countries with low labor costs. And this cotton is used to make the fashion items many of us know and love. The exportation itself is damaging to the earth due to the high carbon emissions resulting from international travel done by boat or plane when on a large scale can release large metric tons of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, leading to its buildup over time. But are there ways to decrease our impact through fast fashion? Of course there are. There are many different ways that we can bring these statistics down. The first step would be to stop buying fast fashion in bulk, or being absolutely sure that you will wear what you're going to buy. The reason that I and experts alike emphasize on this is because these small changes can have exponential effects. 21% of annual clothing purchases stay in one's home, and the person never actually ends up wearing it. I'm sure that you can relate to this in some way. For example, if someone had 30 tops / pants / jackets and dresses, they would never end up wearing approximately 6 of those clothes. With around 15 to 21 ounces of cotton going into an average top and dress, around 90 to 120 ounces of cotton would be wasted in the back of a closet just from those 6 clothes. Usually, these clothes end up getting thrown away, whether in the garbage or to a local dumpster. And according to the EPA Office of Solid Waste, Americans throw away more than 68 pounds of clothing and textiles per person per year. Now, no one's saying that you should keep dirty, broken, tattered clothes. Of course not. If you have any at home, then the best strategy would be to donate or clean and stitch them. Or, if you really need to throw them away as a last resort, then that is also perfectly okay. However, these small actions prevent clothes from ending up in the garbage where they will never be touched again. There are different ways to reuse stuff that we don't even think about sometimes. And of course, we always recommend learning more yourself. Learning beyond this podcast on how you can help is always the best strategy. So, let's go over the main points of this episode, all about fast fashion. We learned about where fast fashion comes from and where they are mostly purchased, how materials are transported there, as well as discuss some environmental impacts of this transportation. We then discussed some easy solutions to decrease your contributions to the fast fashion industry. Every person counts in the decrease of clothing production. And that is everything for this episode. Again, if you like this episode or want a specific topic covered, make sure to let us know in the comments. Also, like and subscribe so you never miss an episode. Dear Future Earth, signing out.